Sure.
works.
Alright.
And this one is right
They're recording, sorry.
You know, it's actually.
Fair
some people
warning.
too.
What is she talking about?
Recording.
Yeah.
So I forget, and then 5 o'clock comes and 5 minutes later, and
3 to 4 years of this.
And it's like, oh, okay. Yep, you can see the roads and downs and driveway now.
So,
I'm like,
this is 2 Fridays in October. Right. I have to go down to get my daughter in Boston.
one of those,
I'm never gonna be able to get one.
on the air, on the air.
That's right,
Yeah.
Those, yeah.
What are they gonna do about my road, my drive?
Yeah, after soccer.
I have
practice
never
and
seen a
girls,
Bonnie
yes.
K road nicer than
If I
it is
drop
right
them
now.
off, they'll come back.
It's high.
It is how you get built, oh yeah.
Hello. Well, yeah, that got quiet quick.
I can't believe it's September, you know, the time of year that you have to clean up from the summer to get ready for fall.
Yes.
What happened? Summer goes, it goes so fast.
First or second
Yeah.
Sunday, I think. This is my time.
It is, but I just didn't wait for it a little bit longer, you know. It's like, we kind of were cheated with spring rain, and then we had all the humidity, heat that I didn't care for. No, didn't care for that
Probably
at
take
all.
off too.
I think I'm going to look into installing ceiling fans in my barn. Hopefully that will help cool my rabbits down.
Yeah.
So, I'm always looking for something. Air conditioners are not the answer.
Huh?
I'll ask you. You can draw me up a plan.
She's gone, so.
Yeah, okay.
How to cool a barn.
Her, first aid.
Here's a party, tardy party.
Well,
See? You told him, didn't you, Kathy? You said, don't sit beside Sue, didn't you?
All right, it being 5 o'clock, we're gonna get started. Minutes,
make a motion to approve the minutes.
seconded, all in favor? Yep. Okay. Moves us on to, oh, just so everybody knows, Kim is not gonna be here tonight. She is on a vacation. She will be back for next week's meeting. We will be having another meeting next week, so that we can have a meeting with all 3 of us. That's not so far apart. So, yeah,
What day of the week is that?
that is the 15th. Yeah, so we're gonna have back-to-back meetings because we will not be having a meeting on the 22nd. Me and Tom are not available on the 22nd, so we're gonna have a meeting next week to make up for that, so that all 3 of us can attend. Okay. Rodney?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not bad for an old guy. First question, are you two gonna be there Saturday on the 13th for a chainsaw class?
I am.
Well, no, you have to.
This
The
Saturday?
13th, this Saturday coming. I know it's 8 AM.
No, I.
If you can't, that's
I
fine.
Short
no,
answer
I
is yes.
completely forgot, and we are going up to the big woods to scout for moose
Yeah,
on
no
Saturday.
problem.
I'm sorry, I completely forgot.
This is Tom will be there.
Alright, do that. By messenger pigeon.
But other than that, I do have those bills I talked to you about. They got sent to the wrong place.
Okay. I got you.
Oh, no, it's part of his therapy.
Hmm?
Said it's part of your therapy.
Yep.
Well, we'll look at that with the warrant.
She was easier on me than that. Other than that, I mean, we have 5 meeting tomorrow night, if anybody wants to stop in and say hi.
And what time is that again?
6:30.
6:30.
6:30 tomorrow night.
If anybody wants to stop in and say hi. come on down.
Okay.
We'll put you to work on something.
There's that much work left to do?
Let's see, tomorrow night they'll be checking air packs, fire extinguishers, which next meeting I'll get these ones caught up to date.
Sounds
I
good.
just weren't very mobile before.
Yep.
I'll get them caught up next Monday.
Sounds like a plan. You all set?
I'm all set.
Moving on to roads. Tom, do we have anything on roads?
Gravel has been put on East Waldo Road, it's also being graded today. Ivan's going to begin compacting it tomorrow. I went over with Bonnie Care, they did the shoulders on everything that they've already done, and they didn't get enough hay down on the shoulders, and they know that they're coming back when they do the rest of it.
Works.
Yep. They'll put more on the rest of it.
Okay.
I went and looked at the cemetery entrances, and what I would recommend be done, and it should probably come out of the cemetery account, is I wouldn't put gravel in there. Where it's in there, I'd put in crushed stone, so it actually looks good. And the reason it's like it is because the water runs down through it and it washes it out.
Right.
It's not gonna do that with crushed stone, and it'll actually look it'll last longer and it'll look better. But we'll have to talk whether you want that out of cemetery account or roads. I don't think it'd be real costly either way.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Did you, I know we had talked last meeting about swale situation.
Yep.
Did you get a chance to
I
measure?
did.
You did?
Yeah, it's down 3 inches at the lowest portion of the tar, and it drops from there to the rock out here 8 inches. So having a ditching bucket come down and take all that sand and stuff out of there, that's the easiest, cheapest, best way out of it.
Okay. And Earl has not given us a estimate on that yet.
He ballparked me between 3,000 and 4,000 to do that, and to repair up the road, up the driveway to the road.
Okay.
And then all the sand that's out here is from the road.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go out and look, you can see where it all just washes right down. That's where the water slows down, so that's where all the sediment ends up.
Okay, we'll have to revisit that
I can get a firm
when Kim,
estimate from him.
when Kim is here, so we can make a.
Yep.
Have we thought of asking anybody else?
I approached, I actually met, Chris Alderson from,
CNP.
what is it again?
CNP.
C&P
Not-
Excavation.
Okay.
And he was out here and he looked it all over, and he was supposed to drop off a quote, but I don't think he ever did. I mean, he was out here for like an hour measuring, and, cause he wanted to run it that way. And he wanted to cut the asphalt and put drainage pipe underneath there and everything. He said, well, give us an estimate on, what that route would look like, but apparently he never dropped one off. So, unfortunate.
The swale would be the way to go though. As soon as you put a drain underground, you just guarantee it's gonna plug. Sooner or later, you're gonna have problems. When you have something that's like this, you'll have to clean it off again sometime, but
Right, he
it's
was
above ground.
talking about doing like a French drain,
Right.
with perforated pipe
Yep.
and, And he said he would obviously have to patch the asphalt where he cut it, because that is the handicap.
Right, access.
Yeah. So that would, I'm pretty sure his estimate would probably be more than
Considerably.
3,000 or 4,000, but I would still like to have it.
Yep.
Any questions on roads?
We put any fabric in the mud run part of the East Waldo Road?
We will when we get there.
Okay.
We don't have money for it this year.
I saw that we were putting gravel down. I haven't been home yet today, so.
Yep. That's to make sure that because they hooked the fabric the last time.
Yep.
They graded, and this is to make sure the fabric's down deep enough so that
Sure.
doesn't happen. So it's between that last section on the East Waldo Road that is mud.
Yes.
and the Savage Road. There's still sections on the East Waldo Road that need more, it needs to be built up.
Yeah.
But that's not fabric, and that won't be nearly as expensive, so, okay. I'm sure the sections on the Savage Road will be the same way.
Okay.
Okay. Moving on to EMA.
Excuse me. Got a couple things for you. So the. There's you. Just pass that one on too. Yep, there you go. So when I first took over, Tom and I were talking about possibly using the town office as a shelter. In that first packet, I met with the intern for the county EMA, went through the building and kind of assessed, what we had for facilities. Excuse me. And so one of the things they're looking at, again, is some type of shelter for maybe, could be, during a hurricane, could be a time where, like a warming center type deal. Could be, another ice storm, God forbid. The one we had 27 years ago really kind of hit us pretty hard and hit everybody around here pretty hard. So if you guys would look at the agreements, it's kind of self-explanatory, goes over the terms and conditions, and Tom, please feel free to interject if I'm missing something. When I first saw this, I said, hey, Gail Rowley, who's the EMA director, who's gonna pay for all this, right? Because we have a very small budget. And if you look through the agreement, it's actually the county that pays for this reimbursement. They reimburse you for, cleaning, whoever we use for a cleaner, as long as it's, of course, I put the word reusable in there, so they have to bring it back to the original shape that it was opened in. Kitchen facilities, they would also make sure that's clean. A lot about food, and that's through the EMA as well, and actually it would be EMA staff, with, probably myself here as well too, for, a huge portion of it. Called the shelter management team, which is, volunteers, that are done through the county EMA, and they would be the ones actually to manage the sheltering activities. So this would be, for you, all for you selectmen to kind of look over, see if that's something you want to do. I think it would definitely benefit, our townspeople quite a bit. Not everybody has generators, not everybody has maybe emergency supplies. And again, this would be like an extreme, emergency.
Right.
Like the ice storm, or something of that nature, or we could have a hurricane, or a blackout, like during summer. There's so many examples that I could give, just to give you a roundabout. But, Tom, do you have anything to add? I'm gonna refer to you a little bit, just because you were the former EMA director.
It would be a win for the town to have an agreement with them, because basically they're taking all of the responsibility and the expenses, and we reap the benefits as well.
There's an insurance thing in there too, because that was another question I had too, because we want to make sure that the town's protected. I think it's on
2.
Is that what it is?
Last one, number 10.
Yep. Insurance, there's reimbursement, there's also, security, because that was a big thing. Given my background, you need to have some type of security while you're here, right? Protect the town's investment, but also protect the people that are here, because sometimes you don't know. So that would be, through the facility coordinator, shelter manager. They would also, contact the sheriff's office as well. Obviously in an extreme emergency situation, probably not gonna have a deputy, at least coordinate a little bit,
Right.
Designate somebody as a public safety officer, point of contact. Sure, there was also something here about liability too, as well. Yeah, it would be that same thing, number 10. County EMA will reimburse facility at rate $100 per day, cover the cost of water, electricity, heat. So it's still quite a bit. I don't think we use that much in a day. But. And again, I think it's only for about 20 people. It's not for, hundreds of people, lined up, stacked right now. We still have to meet fire code and stuff like that. I asked about, cots and stuff like that. EMA has cots that they would bring over. So a lot of it really is just, okay, here's our facility, and this is the agreement, so.
We don't have much to offer other than heat. and
What's that?
electricity. We don't really have much to offer other than heat and electricity. We don't have showers, we don't have a store of
No,
food.
we don't. No,
So
so
it'd
we
be just a
be
warming.
very, yeah, either warming or, we could
Yeah.
supply a place for somebody to, stay. I mean, I'm sure, probably in that case, if it was gonna be long-term, I would assume, and again, I have not spoken with them, maybe trucking people to either the high school, either at Mount View or the high school at,
They already have
Belts.
contacts with Troy Howard.
Yeah.
A number of different places.
All the local schools, so, as far as showers and stuff like that, so.
Do they have showers at the boat school?
I don't know, it's been a long time since I've been through, I don't think they do. Because they don't have sports and stuff like that, I think anything would be the Mount View complex or the Belfast High School complex.
Old school might, I mean, they've got,
That's right, I thought they had members of the chemical spills and
yeah, cause they've
Oh,
got,
maybe we got like,
cleaning and all
yeah,
that
maybe,
stuff. They could go get
I can
one
ask.
shower.
or at least a quickie shower.
yeah.
Get one of those little
But,
sink tanks.
EMA contracts with everybody, school systems, everybody, because that's one of the things that we're looking at, like transportation too. Contracting with bus garage and stuff like that, so. Also to add to that, we're gonna have a tabletop exercise, it's the fourth Tuesday, so, and I can send out the flyer to you guys. I wanna say it's the fourth Tuesday, a tabletop exercise, it's gonna be about a hurricane that hits this area, so, pretty much, I think you're going to with me, if not you are.
Unfortunately, when Dale has an exercise, it tends to happen.
Yeah. The meals provided, but really kind of go over, again, a tabletop exercise, if something happens here in Waldo County, what's available, what resources we have, and what we're gonna do. They're gonna do another, like a live exercise the next month after that as well, but if the, town people, town selectmen, town officials wanna come to the one this month, more than welcome.
What's the date on that?
26.
Fourth Tuesday.
Gotta look it up for you. No, 23rd, I stand corrected, 23rd. So I can get you more information on that if you're interested.
I won't be here.
I already
Okay.
told them I will.
Okay.
I think Tom plans on going.
Yep.
So there'll be 3 of us from the town going.
Okay.
So we'll be well represented.
Excellent.
So if you guys wanna look at that, just let me know. If you're in agreement, I can talk with Dale too, if you guys have more questions.
So do we have another one of these for Kim?
Oh God, I got plenty of them.
Okay, so next, do we wanna, push this till next week
Yeah, next
until
week when
we
she's
have?
here.
I'm totally in favor of it, but I want all 3 of us to be here.
Does she have a box here I could just leave this in, or do you want it? or-
The select, you can put in the selectman box, yeah.
Alright, I'll give it to you just. Thank you. That's all we got.
Okay.
Well, actually, one more question.
Go ahead.
Is there a budget for EMA?
Your salary.
2,500 is your salary.
Okay. We'll work on that.
One more thing, this is EMA, that tank has to go,
I'm sorry?
that propane tank has to go. We
Which
have to
one?
have a new one.
Oh, for the generator? Well, I gotta do a load test too, so I gotta call that company in Portland and hopefully I can find somebody locally that can do it, so I wanna do a load
Portland is
test.
the only place around that I know of. that
Is
does.
it?
Yep.
So there might be, that's a good point, thank you for reminding me. So we're probably gonna need some type of money for that. It does the regular test all the time, which is great, but there's no load on it, so we need to have somebody actually put a load on it to make sure it's gonna work the way it's gonna work. And if we're gonna do another propane tank too, do we know who the gas company is?
Consumers.
Consumer, okay, so I can just.
And we need to know if they own it. I mean, if they own it, and they have to replace it.
That was my thought. We need to contact consumers. If it's their tank, it needs to be replaced because there's no gauge in it.
Okay.
And we already ran out of fuel at one time. Yeah, that's not acceptable.
I can give them a call. So if there is a cost involved, you'll just quote and present it to the board? Okay.
Get back to us. There shouldn't be because it's their tank.
How about the load test?
There will be a cost to that.
Right.
So that's built into the budget. I think that's like $500.
So it is built into the budget? Okay. That's all I got. Promise.
Okay. Any questions on EMA? No, okay, moving on. So we have Dan Fox.
He's not here at the moment.
I see that. Do we wanna just
Move on.
Move on, and if he shows up, come back to him?
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna move on to an update on credit card processing.
We're ready to roll, I guess.
Good to go.
Give it a shot.
Okay.
We'll see.
So we are all set up with the machine and
She came and helped us,
This afternoon.
activate it, and it's, hooked up to QuickBooks. Nobody knows how that's gonna work, but I guess I'll have to figure it out. And we'll see about running a credit card and,
What's the charge on
3%.
It's a 3% fee that is placed onto the customer. Yeah. And it's automatically built into the machine, which is a nice feature.
right, so you don't have to add.
Right, yep, we don't have to do anything here. And I'm gonna create notices tomorrow morning to hang up to let people know that it is available. This is the fee if you choose to use a card. I'm also gonna blast out an email, put it on Facebook, just to let folks know, because a lot of people have been inquiring about it. Especially their taxes are due in a couple weeks, so, put that out there for them. She did do a test run on her card, just charging like $1, so we could see exactly how it shows up and everything, and, the 3% and all of that, and kind of showed us just the basic workings of it, and how you can immediately see a report on the computer after it's done. So now it's just getting used to the new process and figuring out for Kelly how to sort it all out with QuickBooks.
Because they say it will automatically separate the payment from what the bank is taking, so that Diane and I won't see that it's $1.03 and really only $1 was owed, so what do we do with that? You know, and then we're just, for QuickBooks, it's just gonna be a matter of
Breaking it out.
breaking it out,
versus
because I don't
taxes,
know if
excise.
QuickBooks is gonna receive like $1,000 with no breakdown of what she, like,
Right.
animal control was $10
Oh,
and
okay.
excise
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
50, and 23 real estate was so much, and 24 was so much, and 25 was so much. So we'll see what QuickBooks and what sort of, because she didn't know, and the lady that we talked to on the phone didn't know,
Right.
have any idea about how to reconcile and
Yes,
keep the books part.
each transaction.
Or at least a batch of transactions that were all the same, like all the 24s. Real estate, all the real estate would be one transaction.
Oh, okay.
As far as I'm concerned in QuickBooks, I don't need to know everybody paid their taxes,
Right,
I just
right,
need to
right,
know
right.
how much did you take in animal control, inland fish,
Right.
excise,
Different accounts.
different kinds of things like that.
Okay.
So we'll figure it out, that's for sure.
Any questions on that from anybody? Nope, okay. Under other business, we had talked about Cindy.
Yep.
Our new CEO.
Yeah, we talked to her extensively, I think.
Yeah, Thursday.
And she had a bunch of questions on how we do things and how we wanted her to do things, and showed her some of the stuff David had been doing and whatnot, and I told her I would default to her because she seems professional.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not putting David down by any means, but, so she recommended seeing or setting a policy on who's doing the building permits and who's signing the CMP
Right, the 1190s.
Whole permits,
Yeah.
okay.
poll permits
Okay.
and whatnot. And I guess that was the poll permits that,
Right, which technically
wasn't the
aren't
building.
full permits, I
Yeah.
don't know, I'm confused, all I know is they're called an 1190 form. And they have always been called toll permits in the past, but Craig said at the last meeting that we have to move away from calling them toll permits. But the reason that was brought up is because she, in Freedom, it's the CEO who has to sign off on
Mhm.
those. In some towns, the policy is the planning board or the CEO. It needs to be somebody who knows exactly what they're looking for on the form. And where it doesn't need to be signed in a public meeting or anything, she just thought if she had the capability as well to be able to look at those, we might be able to get through them a little faster
Right.
if Craig is not available or a member of the planning board or anything like that. So she suggested creating policies for those, cause that's what every town does, is they have policies on who's allowed to provide what types of sign on certain forms or permits and all
And,
of that
and
stuff.
thinking of time. I mean, planning board only meets once a month, so.
Right, yeah.
And CMP's slow, and you
Right.
don't wanna be waiting another month, say you come in on Wednesday and
Right.
need it, and it was right after the
Right,
planning board meeting, you gotta wait a whole nother month.
right.
Whatnot, so it might be more convenient for people.
Yep.
To have her or,
It'd be a great idea for the CEO to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yeah, we can look at.
Because we went through that one weeks ago. Full permit.
Oh, on the purchase, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, I agree, that's a good idea.
to have the CEO or planning board or just the E CEO.
I think either or, really.
I believe that was CEO, period.
Just the CEO? I mean, she's probably available
Yeah.
more, so, yeah, that's true, that is true. Yep.
Cause she said she'd, answer her email immediately and they
Yep.
usually just scan it in and she sends it right off. That
Right.
it's-
So she's gonna be responsive with the planning board, you're gonna be, that'll be 3 weeks, 2 weeks, a month.
True.
And then if something's not quite right, it's another one.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree, if it was her, yeah, cause she's, Kathy, go ahead.
Is this an official, is she officially in,
Yes.
may I ask why when does she come into a planning board, I'm sorry, a select board meeting?
Is that the last one?
She was at the last meeting.
She was at the last meeting. Did she speak? I didn't see her. Did she speak at the meeting?
We,
I don't know what she looks like.
well, I think she was sitting about where Holly is sitting. We talked to her after we had the executive session. I tried to tell people to stay. I
Oh,
asked people to stay because we talked to her in the public,
Open session.
yeah, open session after the,
Code,
executive session.
executive session.
Yeah, and I wanted people to stay so that they could meet her, but nobody wants to.
well, I was just wondering because we're doing a recap of her, and I just thought it'd be good that if she was here asking questions and, talking about, coming into her new job and position and talking and, I thought that'd be good to hear from her.
I'm sure she would have come if I would have asked her, but
Oh,
I thought this was just a super simple, like, we need to make a, yeah,
because she reports to the select board.
yes. Yes.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Be good to see her.
No, I guarantee she's very, very nice.
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
Very
I'm sure.
professional, so I'm sure she would have been here if I would have asked her to, but I did not. Yeah. If anybody thinks that we should invite her again, just to get to know her, I certainly can, and I know she would come to introduce herself. If, Diane?
I was just gonna say, I know that like David, she will attend select board meetings if there's anything that she needs to address or anything like that. Like she would continue to come in and address the board. And she does plan on attending. I know she plans on going to the planning board meeting. She wasn't able to go to was it last week's meeting? Because she had a prior commitment, but she is planning to go to the next one. To get to know the board and figure out, what's going on with ordinances, make sure she's up to speed on stuff. She stopped into the office after getting a brief update from the board on kind of where Dave was leaving off.
Yeah.
And she just wanted to know like how we do certain things,
Sure.
to make sure that she's, if she needs to change the way that she does it in her other towns.
Right.
And just making sure she's following
Does she
the
live
correct
in Waldo?
procedure. No, she lives in Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see, so she would normally come here, okay.
Yes.
I get it,
right,
I get it,
right,
okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Was there any other business? Anything else?
Are you gonna set that policy, that she does it, or are you gonna wait?
I would like to wait for Kim to be here for the next meeting, just so that we cover our bases and have, you know, I want her to be included.
Who does it now?
Does what?
The, Craig.
The planning board,
Planning board.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, the poll permit.
the
Yeah.
poll permit.
Yeah.
so
yes.
should they be involved in the decision?
Yep, he probably should be here next week, yes, absolutely. Yep. I can I email him instead of just calling him?
I don't know, I recently had an email from the private email address I have for him returned to me, so I
Okay.
don't know if he's changed his email address. It might be best to try and call or
Alright, I'll
text
just
him.
call him then, yeah.
He's got, unless the one on the website doesn't work, unless the one he gave me last week doesn't work.
I can give you,
I have
your
his Belfast jewelry one.
Oh,
so
no,
I don't know.
I've got the,
Ah.
whatever it's called. I
Um,
remembered last week when
I
somebody.
have his cell phone number that you can text him on if you
Yeah, you can
want.
text
Okay.
me too.
Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah, that's even better,
Yeah.
that's even better, yeah.
It's right on
No,
our
I'll,
website.
I'll text him and get him here,
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
sure he's here for next week, yep. Yep. Yeah, thanks. Anything else? Alright, I guess that brings us to the warrant. These are the ones that kind of got lost in translation, Rodney,
Yes.
from March.
Right around.
Okay.
I think they went up the road from me.
Oh.
Cause I told her my email address, she said, oh, that's not the one we have. I said, this is the one you need to have.
I see, okay. So these are the first time we're seeing these? Okay. Yeah, this one literally says ship to Brian Walker.
Yeah, so that's all changed now.
Okay.
And she actually said she'd start sending me the invoices.
Paper.
Still emailing, she's gonna send me.
Okay, good, good, good.
Knuckle cracking.
And that one on the top is the, the pump test one.
Well, it's because we didn't have to do that on the truck, that's why.
And the one she said, I think we had to go back twice.
Hmm?
Cause we had to go back the second time.
Oh, yeah, he probably gave us a discount. It was only one truck.
What did I do to you?
Took us all week.
And the only other one I know now coming in will be in November, a big one, is gonna be the air packs. Which I won't be until I can't do them.
Okay.
Will they show up and do that?
And what do you think those are gonna run?
Can you remember? Per pack? It's like a couple $100, we get 8 packs.
8 packs?
Yeah, they don't do the bottles, just the packs.
Okay.
They gotta do an airflow test on them, make sure the seals are good.
The truck there is awesome. They do everything right.
Frank for?
Nothing yet,
Nothing
they're
yet.
still waiting to hear from Boston,
Okay.
so.
It's gonna be a long ride.
No, Boston's bringing one up here.
Oh, really?
And if it fits in their garage, they'll take it, if not, we're getting it,
So it's still a possibility.
still a good possibility.
Okay.
As of right now, I haven't heard that they canceled it, I think their new truck got held up in Pat coming in and out to get it in there.
Boston's new truck.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So they're keeping this one in service until their new one
I
arrives.
see, yep.
They have a bigger budget.
Yep, I can't imagine it.
Yeah, they get 2 or 3 new trucks a year.
I'd be surprised with some more.
This is because they wreck them too.
Well, see how they drive it.
Hmm?
See how they drive down.
Hmm. Excuse me.
Were these credits?
The last Hammond ones on the fire department bunch, yes, for credits.
And these ones need to be paid.
Especially that top one,
That was pump testing.
that comes out of his money.
I missed that one, only half a page.
Hmm. Oh, okay, so this one's more recent, I gotcha. These ones are more recent. public comment. Anybody got anything they would like to discuss, talk about? I'm gonna take that as no. Okay, anything else?
Not that I remember.
Diane?
Do you want me to call Dan and see if he'll come into next week? Cause I know he wanted to come to talk about putting in a bid out front and the mowing contract. He had some questions and stuff, that was the reason for him wanting to be on the agenda. Would you like me to call?
Doing the drainage.
Would you like me to call him and see if he wants to
Yeah.
try for next week, since he didn't
Sure.
show today?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, gonna make a motion, we adjourn
Holy shit.
at
Yeah, really.
5:40.
Yeah.
All in favor? Okay. We're good to go.